Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Florence Amaribu. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great. So guys, today's video I'll be showing us how to draft and cut alter deck. So before we go ahead with the video, I want to appreciate us all. Thank you for supporting your girl. I really appreciate it all. Without wasting much of our time, let's just get straight right to the video. So I have gone ahead to draft the basic body block. So I'm just showing others the chest line, the bust line, the under bust line, the waist and the length, and every other length we have gotten. So I'll be using this basic body because I like drafting most of my pattern right from the basic body, especially for lot. This video is mainly for the beginners. You really want to understand how we all come about every measurement. So I'll be taking the depth, the neck depth. I have taken the neck width, so I will connect the neck depth to the neck width. I use 3.5 for the neck depth and 3 inches for the neck width. Already have drafted the armhole. The armhole measurement is 8.5, so I'll just place it right there and place the other end of the tape on top of the end of the measurement to get the midpoint. So the next thing I went ahead to do is to get the nipple to nipple measurement. Remember, the nipple to nipple measurement we divide by 2. So the nipple to nipple measurement I'm working with is 8. I will divided it by 2 gives us 4. Don't forget to add ½ inch the stitching allowance to it, which gives us 4.5. So I connected those points and using a ruler to make a straight line. So at the bust line, I'm going down by 1 inch. This is a bustier, so I'm cutting out a bustier along with the halter neck. So I'm cutting out the bustier. So at the down part, I'll be taking 2 inches or 1.5, depending on how busty the person is. So I use 2 inches right there. So I connect those points. So at the 1 inch I went down, I will make a kind of curve to connect that is I stopped the 2 inches at the under bust. At the under bust I connected it to the 1 inch we went down at the bust line. So at the armhole, because this is a bustier, don't forget we are not gonna make it a kind of bustier. At the armhole length, at the ½ inch I went up, both up and down half inch. So I will connect the 1 inch I went down right there. So I'll be going up also at the bust line. This is just to eliminate any sharp edges at the bust line. So I connected those half inch I went on the armhole. I connected that to the 1 inch we went up at the bust line. You can see the way I'm doing this right. So I went in by ½ inch. I should have done that earlier, but I went in by ½ inch at the armhole just to get my armhole curve. I have a lot going on this. In case you want to cut it like a princess dart, this is what you can do just to eliminate the curve, the dart not to be short. You extend that 1 inch out. If you don't want the bustier to be short, you extend it out. That's exactly what I did there. So now it's time for us to cut out the halter neck. So at the neckline, I will be taking 3 inches at each point of the neckline. You can see what I'm doing. I'm taking 3 inches at the point. At each point, 3 inches, depending on how wide you want the halter neck to be. If you want it small, like 2 inches, you can. 1.5 inches, depending on how wide you want. So I wanted mine to be 3 inches. That's why I took 3 inches at the neckline point, and I connect the point to give me that curve. Now, where you want to connect the like a kind of off shoulder, I'll be going down by 3.5 or 4 inches, depending on how you want it to look, but I took 3.5 inch, as I can see, like so. I will connect the armhole to that point. That will give us that the other side will be off of it. We'll cut it off. Now I will connect the armhole line to that point, so we can see the shape is coming out. You can see the way it's going. I connected the armhole line to that 3.5 inches, took at the neck line. So this point I'm showing us that we will take that off, and don't forget to do the same thing we did at the armhole, because if you don't, it will short when you are joining it. So you have to extend this out 1 inch out and connect it back to the armhole. This will eliminate it to get short. If you don't want to do that, it's fine, but once you do, if you don't do that, you definitely notice that it's not gonna match together when you are connecting your bustier together. So I'm going ahead to impute my measurement. I've done for the bust measurement. I divided by 4, add the other part that will be cutting out plus the stitching allowance. I know I'm going to the waistline. You can say I'm adding that part because I'm going to cut that out. I will add it back and I'll add my stitching allowance. Don't forget, we'll be dividing it by 4. Bust divided by 4. So I will now connect all the points together. Now it's time for us to cut it out. You can see the way I'm cutting it. That one is out of it. So I just watch the way I'm cutting it out. That is the halter neck. Don't forget to mark up, and that's why you know which side will be up and which side will be down. Now you can see the way it's looking. That's the halter neck. When we connect the bustier halter neck, you can see the way it's looking. Now I want to go ahead and cut out the back. I've done the same thing. I did the basic body block just to cut out. I will use it to cut the back too. So I did the midpoint of the armhole. Now we will go to the neck line and do the same thing. 3.5 for the neck depth and 3 inches for the neck width. I'll connect that point. Now it's time to get the nipple to nipple measurement. Don't forget your zipper allowance. Don't forget to add that. You can see my zipper allowance. I used 1.5, so I'm connecting my nipple to nipple measurement, and I'll connect that to get a straight line. Now I just want to create a dart, a kind of dart at the under bust. I'm taking half inch, so I will just connect that down. You can see the way I'm like a kind of triangle down. I'll connect that, and I'll do same to the upper side of it and connect it to kind of make a kind of triangle. Now in this case we just connect, because we are not creating a bustier at the back. It's just a kind of straight. I'll just connect that. I'll connect it to the half point we got at the armhole. Eliminate any sharp edges. So now it's time to create the halter neck curve. So I will be taking same thing 3.5. I said earlier, depending on how wide you want the halter neck, you can take 2.5, 2 inches, depending on how wide you want it. So I wanted 3.5, 3 inches, so I'm taking that 3 inches. I will connect the points. The same thing, you have to get where you will connect the body to the halter neck. Just as I said earlier, I took 3.5 or 4 inches, depending on how you want how low or high you want to connect the body to the halter neck. So now it's time to impute the bust line on the chest line. I will be using the bust measurement divided by 4. I will use that to input on the chest line, and I will go at the same. I will do same on bust line, but my measurement divided by 4. Impute it, add your stitching allowance. Don't forget that your tape will be on the line, not at the edge of the on the pattern paper. You can see I place it on the line, not at the edge of the pattern paper. So I will impute that that allowance, add my stitching allowance. Same thing on the waist measurement, divide by 4, add my that allowance, then add the stitching allowance. You just have to add all those things so that you don't want it to be short. So I will connect all those points using my ruler. Now I'm just creating my armhole curve at the back to connect to the midpoint of the armhole line. If you have watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit on the subscribe button, hit on all, select all to get notification whenever I upload a new video. You will be the first people to get my notification. So at this point, I'll be connecting the armhole line. The armhole line to that neck, the halter neck that we have created. Just the same thing, we are taking that off. Don't forget to give me a like, the thumbs up on this video. If you find this video useful, give me a good thumbs up, and let us meet in the comment section. Let me know what you think and how let us meet at the comment section. Let's meet at the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button, the thumbs up, and select all to get notification. Whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to get notified. So we are done right now. We can see when I'm sewing it out, I will cut out that particular side. See, I've gone ahead to place it on the paper. That's the way it's looking. I've gone ahead to place it on the fabric. Sorry, I've gone ahead to place the pattern paper on the fabric. That's the way it's looking. I've cut out everything. So the next thing, you can see what I'm pointing at that point, that 4-inch that we 3.5 inch or 4-inch that we went down. You notch it so that you'll be able to know when to attach. So I've gone ahead to attach all the front together. Attach the lining. I'm just showing us how it's looking. So this is the halter neck. You can see where I'm choking right now. So at that point that we notched, you can see it. You stop the stitching, right? You stop the stitches right there. On the other side, the same thing. From the notch, you sew that way. So on the neckline, you can see the way I'm choking it. That's where I will be stitching on. So which means the down part of it will be open. You see, I will stitch right there. stop at that point. I will stitch also and stop at that point, so the whole of that place will be open. So at this now I've done that, so I'll be notching it. I will notch it, notch the neckline also. So I will be turning it on the right side for us to see. So that's the way it's looking. I've done the front and the back also. I will give it a good press and I will attach it to the top. So I will just place the front and the back of the top together and stitch it together like so. After which I will now attach the front halter neck to it. First you get the midpoint and you place it on the midpoint of the top. I will do like so, and I will do the same thing too on the back. That will be all for the video. See you all in my next video. Bye bye.